critical points as he noted that the economy has shown significant progress in the last 18 months with a steady record of growth, massive balance of trade, surpluses, and a surge in foreign direct investment. He attributed this development to increased confidence in the economy, enhanced foreign reserves, and a significant decline in debt servicing ratio from 90% to about 64%. And still in the news, Chairman of the Oyo State chapter of the Nigerian Medical Association, Dr. Happy Adedakbo, has appealed to government to give more incentives to health workers and doctors to reduce Japa syndrome in Nigeria. Adedakbo appealed in an interview in Ibadan, said that the Japa syndrome, which was one of the major challenges of health workers in 2024, would be reduced to the barest minimum if the doctors were made comfortable. He noted that it is not too much for the government to give car loans to doctors to encourage them and keep them in the system. Hence, the association is appealing to the Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, to pay the doctors working in the state the medical residency training fund, as well as the adjusted consolidated medical salary scales that federal government implemented should be implemented for doctors in Oyo State as well. Minister of State for Works, Bello Mohammed Goroyo, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to ensuring sustainable infrastructure development, modernizing road networks, and driving economic empowerment for all Nigerians in 2025. The minister stated this in a New Year message, saying that the visionary leadership and steadfast commitment to the renewed hope agenda has set the nation on the path to transformative growth and development. Goroyo reiterated that the Ministry of Works, under the leadership of Engineer Dave Omahi, remains steadfast in delivering impactful projects that will improve the quality of life for every citizen. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has invited former President Olusegun Obasanjo to tour its rehabilitated refineries following his public skepticism about the viability of the $2 billion invested in the facilities. Obasanjo, during a recent television interview, questioned the progress at the Port Harcourt and Warri refineries, citing historical challenges faced during his administration in effort to revamp Nigeria's refining capacity. In response, Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the nation's oil company, Olufemi Sonaye, acknowledged the former president's status and contributed to highlight the NNPCL's recent transformation. Sonaye invited Obasanjo to assess the progress firsthand. Stakeholders from the Niger Delta region have cried out to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over alleged breach of the law by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission while carrying out the bid, round, and licensing of oil blocks. In an open letter addressed to President Bola Tinubu through their lawyer Blessing Agbo-Mere, the stakeholders claim that the alleged infractions was in violation of the Petroleum Industrial Act, local content laws, and the 1999 Constitution as amended. They warned of the possibility of another round of unrest and militancy in the region if the unlawful exclusion of their companies from the 2022-2023 mini-bid round and the licensing of oil blocks by the NUPRC is not revisited. Let's now go for a quick break. When we return, Midday News continues. Please stay with us. Welcome back from the break, and still in the news. The executive director of Yaga Africa, Samson Itodo, has said that there is a need to introduce a law that will make sure that electoral disputes are concluded before swearing in. Itodo stated this in an interview, saying that the darkest side of elections in 2024 was vote buying, which characterized many elections. He urged President Bola Tinubu to articulate his electoral reforms. In the aviation sector, the federal government has appropriated 105.95 billion naira to the aviation industry in the 2025 budget before the National Assembly. The 2025 allocation is an increase from the total budget in 2024, where the federal government plans to refund the sum of 4 billion naira to the Kebbi state government for the construction of Sir Ahmadu Bello International Airport, Berin Kebbi. This, however, was in contrast to the advice from the stakeholders urging the government to desist from refunding state government that spent public funds on building unviable airports. Elsewhere in the news, Nigerian Catholic priest identified as Joseph Enyaka, who allegedly shot a boy dead after the latter set off fireworks and crackers within the church premises, has been arrested. The police spokesperson in Imo State, Henry Okoye, confirmed the development, saying that a detailed investigation has been initiated to ascertain the remote facts surrounding the incident. The incident happened during a Holy Mass celebration marking the crossover to the New Year 2025 in Ikeduru local government area of Imo State. Recall that the Nigerian Police Force had banned fireworks, which are often set off during Christmas and New Year celebrations. The Commissioner of Police in Imo State, Aboki Danjuma, had on 1st December 2024 reiterated the ban on the sale, use and distribution of firecrackers in the state. Nigeria has deported an incomplete passenger who flew in from France and caused a ruckus at the airport by disrupting flight operations and engaging in a fight with airport officials. The Frenchman, whose identity has been withheld, flew into Nigeria on Air France on January 1st and was denied entry into the country after he was discovered not to have possessed a visa. The Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection at the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, Michael Achimogu, said that the Frenchman was examined by the medical doctor, placed on the sedative, and boarded an Air France flight to Charles de Gaulle in Paris. Achimogu added that the cabin crew was advised to have some of the sedatives administered to the Frenchman in case he displayed unruly behavior during the flight. Let's now go for a quick break. When we return, the news continues. Please stay with us. Welcome back from the break in business. The Naira weakened to 1,541 Naira 36 kobo to a dollar on the first day of trading in the new year. According to the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market Rate data available on the website of the Central Bank of Nigeria, this is a 0.36% depreciation compared to the closing rate of 2024, which was at 1,535 Naira 82 kobo to a dollar. Some authorized dealers quoted their dollar at 1,545 Naira to a dollar, an improvement compared to 1,550 Naira to a dollar quoted on Tuesday, while others quoted the Naira at 1,520 Naira to a dollar at the close of trading on Thursday. At the parallel market, the Naira closed trading at 1,655 Naira to a dollar compared to 1,617 Naira to a dollar on Tuesday. Deficit spending by the federal government rose by 28% year-on-year to 12.1 trillion naira in the first 10 months of 2024 from 9.8 trillion naira recorded in the same period of 2023. Thus, the federal government in the first 10 months surpassed its budget 2024 deficit target of 9.8 trillion naira by 31%. The increase in deficit spending was in spite of the 36% year-on-year increase in federal government's revenue during the period. The increase in federal government revenue was driven by 54.5% year-on-year increase in revenue to the Federation account during the 10-month period. Director General of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Chinyere Almona, has expressed deep concerns over policy inconsistency and the effect of the economic reforms on businesses. Reacting to President Bola Tinubu's New Year message, Almona said she expected the reforms to deliver on easing the high rate of inflation, the burden of high interest rates, business shutdowns, and job losses, as well as resolve the persistent challenges facing power supply. Commending the government's efforts towards achieving the successes highlighted in his speech, the DG said the National Credit Guarantee Company represents a critical step towards unlocking access to credit, particularly for women, youth, and small-scale enterprises. If implemented effectively and efficiently, she said the scheme would help boost demand for goods from agro-producers and industries and improve capacity utilization of manufacturers. On the foreign scene, police have said that a small plane crashed into a commercial building in California, killing at least 2 people and injuring 18 others. The crash took place early in the afternoon on Thursday near the Fulton Municipal Airport, 25 miles southeast of Los Angeles. Fullerton police said on X that 2 fatalities have been confirmed, although the cause remains unknown. Additionally, 10 people were hospitalized and 8 others were treated at the scene. Meanwhile, investigators do not yet know if the deceased were plane passengers or if they were workers at the building where it crashed. South Korean investigators have begun lifting the wreckage of the Jeju Air flight, which crashed on landing at the Muan Airport, killing 179 people on board. According to reports, a giant yellow crane was lifting chunks of the burned-out wreckage of the plane, including what appeared to be an engine section. The plane, which was flying from Bangkok to South Korea, crashed Sunday. The flight was carrying 181 passengers and crew from Thailand to South Korea when it issued a Mayday call and barely landed before slamming into a barrier. South Korean investigators has called off the attempt to arrest impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol over his failed martial law bid because of a standoff at his residence. Regarding the execution of the arrest warrant, it was determined that the execution was effectively impossible due to the going on standoff. Corruption Investigation Office said in a statement that concern for the safety of the personnel on site led to the decision to halt the execution. And jumping into the world of sport, in line with the National Sports Commission's Catch Them Young disposition, the Commission has thrown its weight behind teenage tennis sensation Khadijat Eliojo Mohammed. At only 15, Khadijat has proven to be the next big thing in Nigerian tennis as she became the first West or Central African player to win the ITF Junior 30 World Tour. The challenge for the young star is to how to take that step to the next level, considering the immense financial demands of the professional tennis. Hence, her father and coach, Mohammed Ohinoyi, a certified ITF coach and a former professional tennis player, is appealing to the NSC for support. The NSC chairman, Shehu Diko, has stepped in, saying that the commission will ensure that Khadijat's full potential is realized. In basketball, Stephen Curry set a new NBA three-point record at the Golden State Warriors defeated the Philadelphia 76ers 139 to 105 in San Francisco. Curry made all 8 of his three-point attempts for the first time in his career as he finished with 30 points and 10 assists, and it meant the two-time NBA Most Valuable Player became the first person in league history to go at least 8 for 8 on three-pointers and reach double-digit assists in the same game. In golf, Tom Hogg leads by 1 stroke after the first round as the 2025 PGA Tour season teed off at the Century in Hawaii. The American shot a 9-under par 64 to lead from a compatriot Will Zalatoris and Japan's Hideki Matsuyama. The 35-year-old opened his 4 birdies in his 5 holes, finishing the day with 10 birdies and a lone bogey on the 6th. World number 2, Xander Schauffele, last year's winner of the US Open and the US PGA Championship, is the highest-ranked player in the field and opened with a 1 under 72. The tournament brings together 31 PGA Tour winners and 29 players who finished inside the top 50 of FedEx Cup standings last year. And that's a wrap on the Global TV Midday News. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV Channel 365 and on StarTimes Channel 276 and free to air on Nikon-Sat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @GlobalTVNG. I am Anthony Momodu. Thank you for watching.